and I'm joined by my grandson Magnus, who is a bit of a genius at this sort of DIY building lark. He's been helping me since he was about 4 years old, and he seems to know stuff, and I think, how does he know that? I don't know how he knows it. Maybe he just reads lots of books, maybe he watches lots of YouTube videos, but somehow he's got a brain. You didn't get it from me, that's
sometimes.
For sure. Sometimes you've got a brain. He's also got his family channel, so we're going to give that a mention because that's the only condition on which he will work. He said, I need a plug for my channel because he needs to grow his subscribers. Quick test for you, Megs, right? So we've got some screws here. So what I want you to do is just pick up the screwdrivers out of the box and see if you can match them to the right screw. Right? So that is what we call a slot screwdriver. Well, that's 1 out of 1. That's 1 mark to Magnus. And that is a slot head screw. And these are fairly unpopular these days. You don't see a lot of those because you have to kind of line it up. Okay, that's the first one. And I'll tell you whether you got this one right. That's 2 you got right. Now, let me just explain this. This is what we call a posi drive screw. Not only has it got that cross where the screwdriver goes in, but you can see some tiny little lines there. And that means it's got an extra little grip bit on the tip of the screwdriver there. There's a tiny little slot, and those go in so that it kind of doubles the purchase. So rather than just have 4 places where it's biting in 8 places. And that makes, as the name suggests, posi drive, PZ, it makes it a much tighter fit. And you got that one right. That is what we call a Torx, and that is a Phillips head. Okay, so one of those screws is a Phillips head. Not that one. Not that one, because you just tried that one. So what's this one here? Is that one? Give it a go.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
It really doesn't look like it.
Why doesn't it look like it? Tell me why you think.
It looks like this one's an X, and this one's like a, I don't know, like a tank.
It is slightly confusing because that's got some funny little cut-off points, but anyway, that's how that's supposed to go. It doesn't have those little lines, so that means it's a Phillips head. And the Phillips head is designed to what they call cam out. When it gets so tight, it twists around. So if you're using a powered screwdriver, an impact driver or something, it will slip at the point where it's gone in to save you over driving it. So that's a Phillips. And that hasn't got the tiny lines, and on the head here it hasn't got the tiny lines. So we know that's a Phillips, we know that's a Phillips, and that a lot of people get wrong, because if you use a posi drive in a Phillips head it will work, but if you use a Phillips screwdriver in a posi drive head it doesn't work at all. It's just absolutely horrible. As you can see there, it's just spinning round. So it's important, just have a look at it, have a look at the head, and make sure you get the right screwdriver. They're the only 2 confusing ones. This one, my friend, a bit of a trick, because here it is. We didn't actually have what we call a Torx head. That's a Torx head there. We didn't have a Torx head in the screwdrivers set there, but we've got this one here, and that one will go into there, yeah? That one, my friend, is a red herring. That's a trick one. I shouldn't have even put that in because that's a special, what we call a Spax screw, and they've got their own drivers. I'm going to say that's 4 out of 5. It's a pretty good score. There you are. That's the Torx. They're becoming very popular because it's very, very positive. Great thing about the Torx is that you can do this. So if you wanted to get your screw into somewhere, you can actually put it on the end of the screwdriver and start it round without having to hold the screw at the same time. That comes out of there. Do you know where it goes? Ta-da! I mean, this is unusual for me that I've managed to keep all the bits. Give it a press, see what you think. That's it, you got it. All right, well, don't forget to watch Magnus's channel. He's going to be back. Hopefully, you coming back to see me again? Magnus's top tips, trade tips. Let's call it that.
Does it matter if they go in the wrong one?
Yeah, everything matters. Come on.
Oh.
Sometimes you're too close to it, aren't you? All right, so they're all back in there. That's there. Slide the catches closed, and that way we got a fighting chance of keeping them. Nice little set. Stick them back up there, and you can go back out and play football.
Yay!
You've earned your money.